Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I know it's been a long time since I've released my video of college reactions, but we're finally here and we're gonna do my application review and telling you what I think got me into Princeton. And so it's gonna be divided into three parts. Number one is just gonna be my basic test scores, my SAT and AP exam scores. Then it's gonna be my honors, and then it's gonna be my extracurriculars. However, before we start, we have a quick word from our sponsor, so let's go on to that. So the sponsor of this video is actually myself, and let me explain. So this summer, four friends and myself created a company called the IvyPath team. And what this IvyPath team is designed to do is to help students like yourselves and ourselves get into these top Ivy League colleges and T20 colleges like we have. And so currently we have 5 tutors on site: Princeton, myself, Harvard Sahil, Brown Jacob, Yale Thomas, and MIT Leanne. And so right now we cover various different fields, from STEM to the medical field to even the humanities, and it kind of sets ourselves apart from other companies as, number one, we all have previous experience in helping other high school students edit essays or help them, apply to extracurriculars and all of that kind of stuff when we were high schoolers ourselves. And second is that we're right fresh off the application process. We know what they're looking for. We know the most recent up-to-date application systems. And so we were able to help you the best and kind of more niche into what you need and what we can provide you with. And so therefore, go ahead and check our website below. I'll also apply to Google form where you can kind of directly get a free trial if you mean. We can set up a meeting where the first meeting is free, and then after we can discuss pay stubs. But currently at the moment we have those 5 tutors, and in the Google form you'll be able to rank your preference, so your top 3. And if you want to work with me, you have a chance to be able to directly do that too. And so if you just put me as your as one of your choices, then I will reach out to you, and then we can set them a time and do our free trial and all of that. So there really isn't any harm, and if you think my application was good, I can kind of pass on more detailed knowledge on how I exactly got those opportunities and how those opportunities can benefit you. And so that being said, let's go into the video. Alright, so I think what everybody wants to know first is my SAT score, right? Because that's the baseline survey of all college tests. And so for my SAT, I was lucky enough and fortunate enough to get a 1550, a 780 on math and 770 on English. I fortunately did not have to super score and was able to do it on one setting. And then for my AP exam scores, which I think are the only other test scores that really matter for college entrance exams, is that I took 8 AP exams in total throughout my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. So for my 2020 or my freshman year, I took 1 AP course, which is AP Environmental Science. And then for my sophomore year, I took AP Psychology, AP Chemistry, and AP Bio. So that's 4. And then for my junior year, I took AP US History, AP Statistics, AP Laying and Composition, and then AP Computer Science Principles. So that's 8. And then for all the AP exams that I took, I managed to get 5s for the AP scores or the AP classes. And so I took those 8 AP exams, and I got all 5s on all 8 AP exams. Alright, the next is my honor section. And so you can only put 5 on the Common App, and so I'm just going to tell you which ones I put. And for these, I had a really hard time figuring out how to word them and what to put and what to put in what order. And I really wish I had a consulting firm like the IvyPath team, insert sponsor here, but I wish I had someone that knew a lot about this that could help me throughout the process, and I feel that's what we can do to you. So make sure to go check out the website below if you have any questions. But back to the video. So my first award was my grand award in the International Science and Engineering Fair, so the ISEF, the largest high school science fair in the world, and that was my grand award in the Biomedical and Health Sciences category. And second was my first author position of a journal that was published in the American Chemical Society's Journal of Chemical Education. And then the third honor was my first author position for my poster presentation at 2022 Materials Research Society Fall Meeting and Exhibition. And then my fourth honor was my clarinetist position for my Virginia All-State Band and Orchestra when I made All-State for 10th grade, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And my fifth one was being an honorary citizen for my local county because I produced online concerts for the local retirement homes to improve their mental health during COVID. Those are my 5 awards. I really don't think there was anything too special about them, but I just think that it was really nice because they fit my story and it kind of represented who I was and the things that I really cared about. And so I think that's a really important factor, and we can help write that if you click the link below for the IvyPath team. All right, then finally, the last section, which are my extracurriculars. So I'm just going to list the 10 that are written in my column map through the order. And so yeah, so my first one was being a research member for the Harvard Medical School program in Global Surgery and Social Change, which is the PGSSC. I was a research member for their team in my junior and senior year. And then my second was when I was able to provide as a personal and surgical first assistant, Dr. J.H. Lee in the Africa Future Foundation in Madagascar. My third extracurricular was when I was an independent researcher at the Center for New Governor School, which is my local governor school, STEM school that I went to. And that's kind of the correlates to like the ICEF, the Grand Award in ICEF, because that's what like my extracurricular, and my result for that was the honor of ICEF. Then for my fourth, I kind of combined a lot of things, but I was the first author on one abstract, one poster, and one paper for the Garcia Summer Scholars at Stony Brook University. And so the one poster, one paper is the 2 honors that were listed in the previous section, and the one abstract is the one that was unfortunately not able to become published or accepted for, poster presentations anywhere. Then my next one was me being a drum major and the principal clarinetist, which is kind of like the section leader for my local school's marching band and wind symphony. And I did that all 4 years through high school. And then my next one was me being a varsity captain of our scholastic bowl team. And so that's kind of like the sports that I like to do. And that was also 4 years of my high school. And so I think like the band and then the scholastic bowl, it's not really special, but it showed consistency and it showed like my extracurriculars in the school. And so I think that was really nice. And then I was the lieutenant governor of the Key Club International, the Capital District, which is my local home district. And so I was a lieutenant governor when I was elected to that position. And then I actually put what I'm doing now, the content creator of a YouTube channel, Double Clarinet, which was a self-started channel. And so, yeah, I'm really fortunate that I was able to do something that I really liked as a hobby, that started out as a hobby, but due to your support and due to all your contributions and all your support with all of this process, I was able to actually write it down as an impressive factor on my college apps. So thank you so much for that. And then my ninth one was when I was the founder and president of a lot of Jefferson Forest honor societies. And so, I was the founder of the Triad Music Honor Society at my school. I was the president of the National Honor Society, president of the Science Honor Society, and the president of the Spanish Honor Society. And then I also did, for my 10th activity, I put Boy State. And so I put that I was the house clerk, to be specific, I was the House Minority Clerk for the House of Representatives and the legislative body for the Boy State government. Yeah, those are all my extracurriculars. So yeah, we reviewed the 3 parts of my application, the honors, the extracurriculars, and my test scores. And I really think that hopefully this video provides like a good baseline for people who are willing to like look for it, because I know when I was doing my college application, I would have really liked to have kind of seen a baseline of other people's application and stats so that I can kind of compare myself to them. Maybe like, oh, is me applying for an Ivy, is that too far-fetched of a goal? How low do I need to shoot for? How high do I need to shoot for? And I think that would have been really helpful and kind of at least just like mind controlling and just being like helpful in like my mental state during that time, because I know a lot of people get nervous and I was too. But now that I'm completely done with my college application, like about to enter my freshman year at Princeton, I really feel like they're not really helpful, because everyone is judged and like everyone is characterized and everyone is like read as a different person from your different circumstances, from like the people that you interact with, even your school. And so like so many things come into factor that like these baseline comparisons don't really mean much. And I feel like that's the one advice that I can give to people. However, I know that even with all this advice, I would have still liked to have something that I could compare myself to. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, in hopes that if you're someone that's applying in college right now, then that's something that you can have, and that's something you'll be able to utilize for your, whether it's actually like realistically helpful or just like suiting your nerves, whatever it might be used for. I believe that hopefully it can help you. And with that being said, kind of as like a last disclaimer, all I just want to say is that if you have watched my video and you feel like your stats don't really aren't good enough for where you're applying, I do want to say that don't ever feel like that, because right now I'm sure your extracurriculars are just as good and probably better than mine are. It's just that at this moment you're just feeling the nerves because you're in your application season and you don't know what's gonna happen once March and April comes. But all I want to say is that, like, for me, I feel like a lot of other factors contributed to my colleges, like acceptance, like fit, and also like God's good grace. And so don't like feel down, and like don't take your dreams less just because you've watched this video. I made this video so that you could be more hopeful and have more help and have more comparisons and have more knowledge on the process, not so you can feel devastated and realize that you can't get into the schools that you do want to, because I'm sure that you will be able to in some way. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. As I said earlier, like, it's such an honor to be able to have a hobby that I started with this YouTube channel and have that hobby grow and have so many people watch and be supportive. I guess both, right? Be supported and supportive of the channel because of the content that I make, which I purely do because I like. And so thank you so much for being here. Hopefully I'll get another video out soon. I do actually have it all filmed, and I think it's going to be a really good video, so I hope you like the video. And with that being said, if you have any questions on the college app, feel free, just fill out the Google form. Like, you fill out the Google form, I'll keep in contact with you. Even if you don't want to actually book a session and pay the money for it, if you have any questions, I'll still answer it because I'm here to help you, and I am thankful that you were watching this video already. So just go ahead and check out the website, check out the link, check out the Google form. There's no harm that can be done. And thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.